Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first lecture for 11th class, subject chemistry. In this lecture, we will start the first chapter of our syllabus, that is some basic concepts of chemistry. In this chapter, we discuss about concept of chemistry, application of chemistry in various fields. In this chapter, we discuss about the 3 points of our syllabus, that is the definition of chemistry, concept, scope and branches of chemistry, and lastly the classification of matter. But if you are new to my channel, then please subscribe the channel, like and share the videos for more and more updates. So let's begin. We start this lecture with the first chapter of our chemistry syllabus, that is some basic concepts of chemistry. When we deal with the chemistry, then a first question arises in our mind, that is what is meant by chemistry, or how we define the chemistry. Then here a definition is given. Chemistry is the study of a matter, its physical and chemical properties, and the physical and chemical changes it undergoes under different conditions. That means this definition is divided into 3 parts here. The study of matter first, physical and chemical properties second part, and the physical and chemical changes it undergoes under different conditions. This is third part. It means that chemistry is the study of a matter. What is to be exist in the nature is called as the matter, or which has a mass and occupies the volume called as the matter. That matter is under the study in chemistry, that is the study of matter. Physical and chemical properties of the matter. Matter has its own physical and chemical properties, its boiling point, melting point. These are the physical properties. As well as it reacts with the other chemical substances and undergoes the change. That means it shows its a particular properties, maybe chemical properties. Then physical and chemical changes. What is the effect of physical changes? What is the effect of temperature, pressure or the environmental factor on that matter, called as the physical changes. And chemical changes means when that matter reacts with any other chemical or the chemical compound, then what kind of changes are occur there. It is also studied in a chemistry. So chemistry is defined as here study of a matter, its physical and chemical properties, and physical and chemical changes it undergoes under different conditions. This chemistry can also be defined as like this. Chemistry is defined as the study of composition, structure and properties of a matter, and the reaction by which one form of matter may be converted into another form. Here composition, this definition is divided into 3 parts: composition, structure and properties of matter, and the reaction by which one form of matter may be converted into another. This is the third part. Composition, the matter which is exist in the universe have their particular composition. For example, carbon dioxide is made up of a carbon and oxygen. Water is made up of two hydrogen atom and 1 oxygen atom. So this is a composition of that matter. Water, carbon dioxide, whatever is to be exist in the universe called as the matter. And that matter, every matter has its own composition. The study of composition is done in a chemistry. Structure and properties of matter. Structure, all the matter or the chemical compounds have their own geometrical structures. Their properties, also properties, including chemical properties and the physical properties. So the study of a structure and the property is also done in a chemistry. Lastly, the reaction by which one form of matter is converted into the another form. That means one kind of matter is converted into the other kind, physically or chemically. For example, gas is converted into the liquid, liquid is converted into the solid. This is physical conversion. Same thing is done by the chemical changes also, by using the chemical reactions. That chemical changes, chemical reactions which are permanent in nature, and the physical changes which are temporary are to be studied related to matter in a chemistry. So we move further here. Then this chemistry is called as the central science. Chemistry is called as the central science. That means it is a center of all sciences. Then the question is there, why chemistry is called as central science? Then here we see the knowledge of chemistry is required in the studies of physics, biological sciences, applied sciences, and earth and space sciences. That means without chemistry, the study of physics, biological sciences, applied sciences, and earth and space sciences is not possible. Everywhere chemistry is required. Concept of chemistries are necessary. Biological sciences including medical and pharmaceuticals. Again, applied sciences, aeronautical sciences, naval sciences, all kind of applied sciences. Earth and space sciences related to the fuel, kinds of a metal which are to be used, is mainly concerned with the chemistry. So without chemistry, it is not possible to study the physics and all these branch of the sciences. I must say here, from brush time to bedtime, we are with the chemistry, because whatever we used is a chemical compound. Whatever the changes happened around us are maybe physical or the chemical. So chemistry is always with us. Then chemistry is important in our life as well as in a study too. So here we discuss the importance and the scope of a chemistry, and the question is, explain the importance and the scope of a chemistry. The scope of chemistry is in every aspect of a life. Every aspect of a life. For example, the air we breathe. Air. Air is a combination of different gases. Oxygen. Oxygen is present in the air. The role of oxygen playing in our body is a chemical reaction. The food we eat, carbohydrate, proteins, and the fats, which is a part of our daily diet, are the chemical compounds. Carbohydrates have their own formula, protein, fats, like that. Fluid we drink, for example, water. Water has a formula, H2O. So again, our clothing, the clothes which we wear, that is cotton, nylon 66. Nylon 66 is a synthetic fiber. Nylon 6. Terylene. Terracotta is made up of cotton and the terylene. So clothing. Transportation and fuel supplies. Transportation. For making a transport vehicles, we use the different kinds of metals, their alloys. As well as for running the vehicles, we use the different kind of fuels. You know, today we face the crisis of fuel, because the fuel which we used, fossil fuel, is existing in nearby future. So our scientists are engaged in find the alternative to that fossil fuels. So this is the scope of chemistry. That means chemistry is everywhere. Everywhere. In all kind of field, it is applied for the benefit of mankind. So this is the scope of a chemistry. We move further now. Then we discuss the nature of chemistry. Chemistry is traditionally classified further into five branches, that is organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, physical chemistry, biochemistry, and the analytical chemistry. These are the main branches of a chemistry: organic, inorganic, physical, biochemistry, and the analytical chemistry. These are the five main branches of the chemistry. Here we discuss one by one. The question is asked like this: what are the various branches of a chemistry? Then here we discuss one by one. First one is the physical chemistry. It is the branch of chemistry that deals with the structure of a matter, the energy changes and the theories, laws and the principles that explain the transformation of matter from one form to another. This is a main branch of chemistry, that is the physical chemistry, because it is mainly deals with structure of matter. What kind of a matter and what is its structure? The energy changes when matter is under the study. Then what kind of energy changes, whether it evaluate the heat or absorb the heat. That means it evolve the heat or absorb the heat. This kind of energy changes. Then theories, the different theories put forth by the various scientists in a past time, they are studied in a physical chemistries. For example, atomic theory by Dalton, Rutherford, right? Then laws and principles, the laws put forth by the scientist after their research work are also studied. For example, law of conservation of mass, law of proportion, these are studied in a physical chemistry. And again, it is mainly related with the transformation of a matter from one form to another. For example, suppose we use the petrol. Petrol is a matter, and when it used in a bike, then it undergoes oxidation and provides the energy. That means petrol is converted into the carbon dioxide, water, and the energy. So this kind of conversions are also studied in a physical chemistry. So here physical chemistry is defined as the branch of chemistry that deals with the structure of a matter, the energy changes and the theories, laws and principles that explain the transformation of matter from one form to another. Second branch is inorganic chemistry. It is the branch of chemistry that deals with chemistry of elements other than carbon and their compounds. Generally, the study of a carbon compounds and their derivatives are to be done in a organic chemistry. But the compounds other than carbon and their derivative compounds are to be studied in inorganic chemistry. For example, most of the elements or the elements which are present in the periodic tables are to be studied in a inorganic chemistry. So carbon is also the member of a periodic table, but the carbon compounds and their derivatives are to be studied in a separate branch of a chemistry that is called as the organic chemistry. But here, other than carbon and their compound are to be studied in a inorganic chemistry. It is the branch of, so it is defined as, it is the branch of chemistry that deals with the chemistry of elements other than carbon and their compound. Then third one is the organic chemistry. This branch of chemistry deals with the reaction of the compound of carbon. Their preparation, their reaction, their properties are to be studied. Carbon containing compound and their derivatives. For example, alcohol, acid, ether, these are the organic compounds. Phenols, they are to be studied in organic chemistry. And all the salts are to be studied in a inorganic chemistry. Elements, inorganic chemistry. And next one is the analytical chemistry. This is the branch of chemistry which deals with the separation, identification and the quantitative determination of the composition of different substances. It means that this branch is mainly related with the practicals in chemistry. Practices which includes the synthesis of the compound and their chemical properties of the compound, which we studied in the laboratory by using different chemicals and the compounds, is to be studied in analytical chemistry with the help of analytical chemistry. That means suppose we prepare any compound and it has some impurities, then we purify that substance, we purified that compound which we prepared from the unwanted impurities, that is called as the separation. Then identification, what is that compound, its composition, what kind of elements are present in that compound, its percentage, again is it correlated with the other compound or not. This is identification. Then quantitative determination of the composition. Quantitative determination of composition, suppose we prepare any compound, synthesize any compound in the laboratory, then that compound is made up of a different elements, atoms of a different element in a particular composition. So we identify that composition, that means how many, suppose we prepare a glucose in the laboratory, then how many atoms of carbons are present in the formula, how many oxygen, hydrogens are present in the chemical formula. That is to be studied with the help of analytical chemistry. That means analytical chemistry is mainly deals with the measurements, quantitative determinations, and so on. Then next one is the biochemistry. This is a branch of chemistry that deals with substances which are constituents of a living organism. Constituents of living organism. The pharmaceutical environment and the nuclear chemistry are also branches of chemistry. This is next branches of a chemistry. But first we discuss about the biochemistry. This is a branch of chemistry that deals with the substances which are constituent of living organism. That means here in biochemistry we deals with the chemical changes, chemical reactions, or the substances which are obtained from the living organisms are to be studied in a biochemistry. That means the reactions which are occur in the body of a living organism are to be studied in a biochemistry. And the compounds which are obtained from the biological organisms are also studied with the help of this biochemistry. Then here pharmaceutical, that is the preparation synthesis of a medicine, related to medicine, and environmental, the chemistry related to environment, pollution, how to maintain our pollution clean. Again nuclear chemistry. Nuclear chemistry is mainly related with the radioactivity, related to activity related to the nucleus of a radioactive element. These are also the branches of chemistry. So in this lecture we start with definition of chemistry. Later on we discuss about the scope, importance of a chemistry, and lastly we classify the chemistry in 5 different branches along with these 3 other branches. In the next video we'll continue with a new topic, same chapter. Thank you.